And we back. Day, I think 10 or something, 12, I don't know, I lost track. Sorry about that last vlog. I didn't properly wrap it up. ¿Qué tal, amigo? Bien? So, I think the last thing that you guys saw was me getting ready for my Bumble date. So I'm sure you're wondering how that went. Great girl. Just, the thing with Bumble is, or like any, I guess, online dating app is, somebody can look interesting through a carefully curated profile. And I'm not even talking about looks necessarily. Just like, you know, like you're going through these like digital dating resumes, and then you can actually meet somebody and just like within 0.5 seconds just be like, you know, like you already know this is not gonna be it. Like this is not gonna work. Because even though I don't believe in focusing solely on the exterior, a certain level of attraction is in fact needed, obviously. Like that curates the next steps of getting to know somebody and becoming attracted to that person's personality. And yeah, it was just one of those cases where from the get-go I could tell that it wasn't my type. And again, like really, like nothing wrong with her. Like I still hung out for like 3 hours with her because I think, you know, that's what you do. Like that's the right thing to do. But okay, I'll give you guys like I'm probably saying more than I should, but it's all anonymous, so it doesn't really matter. So like we sit down and you know she's ordering like this, not just like a cup of coffee, but like a gallon of coffee. I'm like, you like coffee, huh? She's like, yeah, I drink coffee from like the minute I wake up until I go to sleep. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I drink coffee the whole day, and the whole family does. And you guys know me, like I'm heavy on my nootropics, nutrition, all that type of stuff. And so I'm like, well, do you realize that? Let me just ask you a question. How do you feel in the morning? You feel sluggish? You feel like a zombie? Like you always wake up tired, right? She's like, yeah, a little bit. I'm like, oh, that's because you're not actually sleeping. Like, you're just being unconscious. Like, I'm sure your eyes are closed and I'm sure you're knocked out, but you're not entering deep sleep. You're not entering any type of like real recovery phase because your body and brain is filled to the brim with caffeine. So, you know, I told her like, I never go beyond 2 cups of coffee a day, and even then, like, I try to never have caffeine after 4 p.m. because you need at least a good 7 hours for that to be out of your system. Like, actually, to quote the science, caffeine stays active for 12 hours in your body. So, my point is, just talking about that, I immediately know that we're not gonna get along. Like, I could never be with somebody that, you know, just isn't really up to date on these things or doesn't seem to care, or, you know, so yeah, that's that. That being said, I am actually addicted to ingesting caffeine, and it is 5 p.m. because I just got off of work and I'm on my way to the gym for a leg day. Now, speaking of work, it has been brought to my attention that I'm not actually allowed to share any information on that. I signed a bunch of NDAs, a bunch of documents. I literally, sorry guys, cannot tell you anything about my job, what I do, how it goes. So it is what it is. But what I can say, obviously, is that I'm loving it. I'm loving the company. I'm loving my colleagues. I got a really cool group of colleagues. The culture is extremely multicultural. I've got a bunch of Korean, Japanese, Canadian, Mexican, Indian people in my team, and like a lot more than that. And it's really, really, really like, it's really dope. The actual job itself is really pretty damn complex for me, because I'm definitely not the most technical person. I feel like I'm learning how to code, even though it's not even coding, but like that's how it looks to me. You know, so obviously it's a tech job. So there's a lot of like computer stuff going on. But the point is, I'm really happy with the company so far. Now things are also settling down. I'm developing my routine. This Saturday, so in 2 days, I'll finally be moving from my Airbnb to my permanent residence, which will be a co-housing with roommates. So I hope that works out well. I hope those are some cool people. As I try, oh shit, typical American stupid vlogger shit. That was stupid. That's embarrassing. You don't want to be the white guy filming himself running through traffic at rush hour. That's embarrassing. I apologize, Mexico. And I'm sure quite a few Mexicans saw me and they were like, fuck that guy. And you know what? They're right. So yeah, loving the job. It's still early, like I'm 4 days in and going to the actual office. But this is my experience and my opinion and my sentiment as of right now. So, and like I said, now my jet lag is all behind me. I'm establishing a routine. Things are so much easier, and I just catch myself walking home every day, feeling accomplished, feeling happy with this plunge I took. What a difference a week makes. And this, guys, this is the gym. HD Sport Fitness, where I've been going through almost every day. So I got 2 gyms, like I told you, and this is the gym where I go to on my weekdays because it's the closest to where I live. So today, it's gonna be yet another leg day. As you know, I've been focusing on the lower body. Haven't even had my pre-workout yet, but let's get to it.
Yo, that's what's up, man. Sorry for taking a little bit to get back. I was just building up the hype. Man, that's great. Look at that, from trapping on the streets to working at Google in Ciudad de Mexico. Really, the world has a way of figuring things out for you, and it's, you know, I know you and I are pragmatists. Some might call us cynical, but that cliche saying that what's meant to happen does happen, and that things happen for a reason, and you end up where you're meant to be sometimes rings true. Or at least the evidence kind of corroborates that as a valid theory, like Exhibit A over here, Big Papi. So I'm sure you already got your spot, and Are you going to be doing a long-term rental or Airbnb? Or you already making deals in pesos? Man, that's awesome. And we all know that you love that Latin American life. So, man, great to hear that Mexico City is everything that it's kind of chalked up to be. The New York City of Central America. So that's great, man. I'm really happy for you. And, excited to see how things get rolling once you start. I think you started this week, right?
Workout finished. Just sitting in the park right before sunset. Sun sets around 7 p.m. in Mexico City. I feel so much and I've got all these thoughts, but for the first time since I can remember, I'm having a very hard time articulating my thoughts. I've been trying to decide or conceptualize what I'm going to share, that I can't seem to come up with the words, so that I'm going to try. I want to prefix this by saying I don't think a single person in the world has trained legs harder than me today. In respect to their muscle mass and their ability. What's the word I'm looking for? In proportion to, in relation to. No, there's another word. Anyway, when you train legs as hard as I did today, it just destroys you to your core, to the point where you tax the central nervous system so much that it literally makes your brain shut down. So that's what you're witnessing right now. But I still want to try and share some of these feelings. And I think the main feeling is, and I'll describe it, it's like this asteroid in space. This asteroid that's just bursting through space, and it's just hitting all these other moons and stars and asteroids on its path, but it's just bursting through. It's just like they're bouncing off of it. And that's how I feel. I feel like I'm that asteroid. Like when I was in the gym and going to absolute failure, and the music was playing, and obviously I'm caffeinated, and I just got in this zone, and it just hit me like, I'm really doing this. I'm really, really, really doing this. And I don't mean the workout, I mean I'm really doing this. I'm really doing this. Like I'm really out here. I'm really in Mexico City, building a new life, changing everything from the ground up. I'm really taking full responsibility for the course of my life in the absolute most literal way. And I still can't fully grasp it. I still can't believe it, and I never thought I would be able to do this. Even just this, even if I go home tomorrow, like doing what I've already did up until this point, and I just want to inspire you guys. I can guarantee you, I didn't think I could, I didn't really felt like it was possible. I was just like, let's see what happens, but I am doing it. It's really a matter of putting one foot in front of the other, not thinking too far ahead in the future, not overthinking it, and just taking it like step by step, like booking the ticket booking the Airbnb, looking for a job, like all of that. And if you could just make it to the next day, like when I was my first 6-7 days here, I just wanted to go home, but I just kept telling myself, make it to the next day, make it to the next day. And today I had such a good day, such a fulfilling day. I'm saying hi to people, I'm already building relationships, I'm like, and I feel so good. Not because I'm in, like, it's not because I'm in Mexico or because it's warm, it's just because I'm really doing something that I would never have deemed possible. I thought I had lost it. I thought I had lost that strength, that courage, and I don't want to babble on for too long, but I definitely, the last year and a half, there were very many moments where I really thought that I was done. And when I say done, I mean like I was just gonna live at my parents' house and do some YouTube and get 300 views and coach some clients and go to the gym, and that would be it. I really thought that. I really started, like, I really lost faith. I really lost self-belief. I really lost confidence. And somehow I was able to muster up this one final attempt to just make a desperate move, and it worked. I'm here, and I'm establishing relationships, and I'm learning the job, and I'm fitting in. And it's honestly, it's I'm scared to even say it because it feels like I'm about to wake up from this dream any moment, and I will take the jet lag a million times over. I will take the anxiety, the sleepless nights, the stress a million times over for what I'm feeling right now. Like, if I died tomorrow, my life will be a victory. Because I really overcame that mental block that I had created. I really crawled up out of that pit of absolute shit. All right, now I'm not really. I don't feel like I got much more to add. Yeah, you guys were here to see it all. A couple of hundred of you guys, and this will live on forever, and I'll look back at this when I'm 80 years old, 90 years old, if I make it to see that day, or my grandchildren, or my little nieces and nephews. Uncle Lawrence did it. We really did it. Alright. The end of the vlog. Look who it is, my man Valdemar. Made it to Mexico City as well. I'll explain later, but right now I'm just going to document the 4 goals of the ramen.
We're looking so fucking fat in this video.
So this restaurant, I've already had dinner here like 9 times in the 2 weeks I'm here. If you come on Thursdays, you order one, you get another one for free. So it's like amazing. Yeah, I just want to show that. I'll explain why he's here later. That's the end of the vlog. Peace out.